So what do you need?
Like, there are, you can just about name anything, including an automobile. To me, if I didn't have it, I would not feel deprived. So at what point does the fact that I can
So that's it. So it's true. That's the thing. In a way, it's subjective.
Yeah,
but you can't call someone not having a car. For some people, that not having a car is definitely a deprivation. How will you live without a car? You can't live without a car. He needs a car. But he doesn't need. But he doesn't need. He doesn't really need. But he doesn't need the. He doesn't need the Lexus, right?
Right.
It's not a matter of what you.
I don't think anyone really needs a Lexus, right? Does anyone need a Lexus?
No.
No, they park themselves.
Huh?
The Lexuses, they park themselves.
Oh, that's it. So that's what he needs it for. You got to
If
save
you
time
cannot
to
park the
learn.
car,
You got to need
drive
more
the
time to
vehicle.
learn, right? This way he doesn't have to spend time parking the car. You go learn meanwhile, right? While the Lexus parks itself, right? That's I mean, so a person has to know.
Let me just tell you something. In a way, there's two ways to look, guys. The two ways to look at Parashat Kedoshim when the commandment of becoming holy comes to part. And Rashi tells us in Hakel, when everybody is gathered together, that's when he was told us to be like this. So what do you learn from this? You can learn from this one thing. Well, I mean, two few things, but the first one you can learn that basically everybody is standing together, right? So even a Katan Shebisrael, the most smallest in Am Yisrael, has the capacity to be holy, so therefore it says to everybody. But if you look at the Masorah, the way it's being told as well, how the Torah was given, the Torah was given to Moshe, Moshe gave it to Aaron gave it to the Zkenim gave it, and so on and so forth, right? Here, this commandment is unique, and is giving to us as one body. There's another way to look at it. Even if you are the capacity of a great person, like a Zaken or like Aaron, you should also remember that your Kedusha is being derived of being a part of the Klal. So it's a twofold lesson here. For us, the small people, that we could become holy, as the Rambam in the 5th parak of Tshuva wrote, it's within your capacity to become what you want. But if you already got there, don't think that you are completely removed from the world, because you need everybody. And I want to read to you this, something that you read every Shabbat. There's an extra vav in this, because the Sfaradim don't have the vav, but it doesn't make a difference to that matter, because I read it to you. Right? We say, Befi Yesharim, Titromam. Right? It's already, it's a level. Then we go next level. Ubifsifte Tzadikim, Yitbarach. ובלשון חסידים יתקדש, ובקרב קדושים תתקלל. We don't have, the Sfaradim don't have the Vav. And we have b'mikalot revavot. Who are those Kedoshim who are praise you that you're going to be mitpaeh with? These are revavot amcha bet Israel. When you have tens of thousands of Jews together, the Kedusha, there is a Kedusha that is, your separation in Kiyum mitzvot, that a person, Chaz v'sholom mitzvah, you have to go to Midbariyot. You have to go to the desert, you have to come to Bet Medrash. But there is also what is so-called Kedusha Yilait. The superior Kedusha can only achieve if you are a part of the Klal. And you cannot be removed completely. That's what the Rav is that.
If you have 100,000 people, you're able to add extra.
That's right. So that's what the Rav was saying. That the Kedusha is the uniqueness. Kedusha, the only one who could become Kadosh, Ki Kadosh Ani, as an individual, like a Kadosh Baruch.
I wanted to add to that even though the Mesilas Yesharim says in 3 things that there's the Indian of Prishut. 3 things. He says one thing, Prishut b'hanaot, separate yourself from your desires. That's what we're talking. Separating yourself from your desires. The second thing is Prishut b'minhagim. That means a person. That means anything in any halakha, for instance. If it comes up, if it comes up a question, is this kosher? This is not kosher, right? Now, so are you someone who's more parush? He's more separate. So obviously he's going to, I don't want to take a chance for. So I won't eat it, right? So what do you mean it's 100% kosher? The Gemara says the Gemara brings down that of Yecheskel Hanovi that he said that he never ate from Behemish Ahara B'Chacham. Behemish Ahara B'Chacham. That means the animal came to a Chacham and he had to paskin the Shaila. Came up a question and he had to decide that it was mutar. So Yecheskel Samani. Yeah, that's a pre-shoot. He says, well, you're right. The rabbi said it's kosher. It is kosher. I'm not going to say it's not kosher. But a question came up on it. What do I need? What do I need? Something that has any questions on it, right? That means if a person would accept it, I'll give you the mashal, right? Let's say you know what? They put anthrax in this thing. This thing they say that has anthrax in it. All right, took it to the laboratory. The guy there comes out with a lab coat and he says, no, we checked it. There's no anthrax in it. Are you going to drink it?
That's okay.
As long as there's something else to drink, no.
Right? If there's something else to drink,
There's Chalav Yisrael, I wouldn't drink regular.
If there's something to drink, are you going to take this thing that had a question of anthrax on it and make sure, what do you mean? The guy in the lab coat said it's okay.
It's like Chalav Yisrael.
I mean, what are you going to take? Yeah, you be sure, right? You trust the guy in the lab coat, right? Listen, my chance of mistake, I'm 99. This test is 99.9% accurate. Right?
How do you know the other one that you didn't test?
That's what the lab coat guy. You guys listen. I'm checking if it anthrax, and my test is 99.9% accurate. Okay, you can drink it. You gonna drink it? No, right? For what? I'll drink something else, right? That's the same thing. That's the same understanding. This is the same. That's okay. The rabbi said it's kosher. The rabbi said it's kosher.
Over there's the din and then there's being
That's the reading of Chumrah. That's the reading of Chumrah. That's above the din. That's the type of pre-shut. That's the type of pre-shut. That means I'm separated. I'm not. It's not so important to me. It's more important to me. It's more important to me to make sure that I don't do anything wrong. Right? Is more important to me than this thing is heated or not, right? I'd rather not eat it because that's more important. That shows that you're a little separate. That proves you're a little separate. The third thing that he says is pre-shut hitbodedut. Obviously, someone that is constantly in a social scene, doesn't have time, right? Doesn't have time to when's he going to be? When is he supposed to? He's just busy with everything. Okay, so that we're lucky. You're lucky, right? You're in a yeshiva, right? Yeshiva, obviously, you have your own rules here, right? These 4 rules. This is a little separate from the rest of the world. So in a way, that's how you put yourself. In fact, and I'll end with this. The Rambam brings down in Hilchot Zayot. He says in the generation, when you see that the generation is dead, when everyone, the philosophy is completely wrong. Everyone, it just took a left turn. The whole generation took a left turn. They're going somewhere. They're going nowhere. So the Rambam says, what should a person do? The Rambam says he should go to the Midbariyot. He should go out into the wilderness, into the desert, and live alone. He should live alone. He should live in the desert. He can't. Obviously, this is not a. He wants to keep himself. The world is different than he thought it was. Everyone's. I once told you the mashal of the best of the mashal. The people who were standing on the hands. The whole world was standing on the hands. When you feel that.
Hands standing on the hands.
Yeah, I didn't tell you one time the mashal. I'll tell you the mashal is the best of the things of the mashal. He thinks the famous mashal things like this. He says that what happened was. That we're standing on the hands. I don't know. The mushal's like this. The mushal says like there's once a time that the food that gives the parable starts like this. The food with the food. The grain made everyone crazy. Right? The grain made everyone crazy. Right? The grain made everyone crazy. Right? So I gotta tell you. So you gotta just I had to be crazy, but you gotta know that make sure. But the Rambam says, what's the Eitzah? The Rambam says the Eitzah is, what is the Eitzah? The Rambam says, listen, you can't do anything for this generation, so what do? So just go out into the Midbar, live yourself in a separate existence, and so you shouldn't be influenced by the other one. So the Satmar Rebbe was once by the Chazon Ish, Satmar Rebbe came to the Chazon Ish. He said after the Chazon Ish, there was a generation after the war. Now it's a little better, but then there was a generation complete, when the conservative movement thought that they were taking over the world, right? and they thought that that's it, and Orthodox is dead and it's gone, and you can write they wrote the eulogy for it already. And how much was it? How many Orthodox Jews was there? We were. What was the percentage that we were? Maybe 5% of Orthodoxy was maybe 5% of the Jewish people, or maybe less. Now we're up to 20%, I think. Not because we got so much bigger, because the other ones fell away. But
20%
huh? I think so. 20, 25%.
Yeah, that's it. It's
I don't think it'll be like
but
that.
you have to understand.
But you're going back after World War II, when we were decimated.
Okay,
We were decimated means only we
But
were nothing. We were 2-3%.
Right.
So we
but
thought, and everyone was against us, and we're ancient, we're archaic, and we're behind the times, and we're primitive, and we're cave dwellers, and how could you live like us, right? So the Satmar Rebbe into the Chazon Ish says, where should we go? Yeah. So where do we go? Where's the wilderness that we have to go into? The Rambam says we go into the wilderness. Where's the wilderness? So, it wasn't.
No, Lakewood. That's it.
So anyway, the Chazon Ish answered, you want to know what the wilderness, you want to know the yeshivot. You go into the yeshivot, right? That's a little, it's a little Arei Miklat. It's a city of refuge. It's different. The whole world says one thing outside, and we say something else inside, right?
That's what we started today.
We start with so that's the hitbodedut. That is that the Ramban says that you have to separate yourself, or else there's no way. If everyone says one way, you start thinking that you're crazy. If you think anything else, you come into somewhere else. That's hitbodedut. That's how we do it. That's pre-shut. So this is all the kiyum of kedoshim to you. This is a positive commandment. Not only it's a positive commandment, but this is really it's a way of life. Exactly, it's a way of life. That's what it's. This is what you want to do as you're progressing. If mitzvot or else mitzvot become rote. If you don't, kedoshim to you is what gives life to being a Jew, because or else you okay, I do the mitzvot every day. Okay, so
but that's the
there's no you're just doing it. It's the way the Gemara uses the lashon mitzvot anashim uvumada. It's rote. I learned that way. That's the way I keep it. It doesn't mean anything. There's nothing spiritual involved. When you put in the kedoshim to you, that means no, I want to become holy. I'm on a path here. Yeah, I'm on a path. I want to go up. I'm climbing a mountain. I'm climbing up a steps. I'm going to a higher place. And each mitzvah is bringing me to that higher place. And therefore, I'm going to become better. As I do the mitzvot, I become better. And as I become better, certain things I'll have to become, and I'll become holier. That's what it means. I become holier. That is the mitzvah of kedoshim to you. This is a general mitzvah. It's more than it's a general mitzvah. It's a general mitzvah on the whole Torah. It is kedoshim to you. That's why, like Rabbi Gaon said, this mitzvah was said b'hakel. There was hakel means it was assembly of all the Jews together. Moshe gathered all the Jews together to tell them this mitzvah of kedoshim to you. Yeah, because this is not just a side point. This is a major pillar. This is a central theme. Because what do we want with mitzvah? What I want with mitzvah is I want you to be holy. And a person should understand that he has to become holy. And through that, and he becomes holy, then everything. Then he does the mitzvot differently. Then he lives differently. And then you see he's a Jew. And as I said, like I said, yeah. If I'm going to explain it, I'm not going to explain it. But you're going to see that person. When that person's holy, you can say that person. That person's holy. There's something there. He's holy.
Rabbi, when they measure reform,
okay.
they measure by the numbers.